Well, good afternoon everybody, and welcome to another review video. This is Lee back with you again, and we're looking at another major international airport. We're in Turkey again, and this is Ankara Esenboga International Airport, Lima Tango Alpha Charlie. The scenery's been out for a while actually. It was out since May last year. I don't think anybody's reviewed it, so I'm going to take a look at it. It's a huge project. The scenery developer is Scenery TR, who I have reviewed sceneries before, and they've done quite a lot in the flight sim community. So this is Ankara Esenboga Airport in Turkey. It's on sale at Sim Market, downloads at 806 meg and installs at 1.62 gigabytes. So quite a large install. Current price, the normal price is at €14.40, which equates to $16.44 or £12.02 UK. However, it's currently on sale until the end of January 2022 for €10.80. So basically it's €4 less, so that's quite a nice deal. However, there is also an update offer, so after that expires, if you previously owned this scenery for P3D 4 and 5 or FSX, you can get a special upgrade discount price at €9.06. So that's the lowest price you can get if you wait until after January 31st. But if you really want it right now, it's on sale at €10.80 from the normal price of €14.40. So I hope that's clear for you. Obviously you must be logged in to your account at Sim Market to get the discount. Also remember, the prices I've quoted at the top include tax, VAT, which will of course depend on the country you are purchasing the product from. So as I say, I don't think anybody's really looked closely at this airport. I've had a good look. It's a massive project, done a lot of work here, and it's really quite amazing. Not much internal development in the terminals at all really, but outside it's crystal. It really is. And they've even included the third runway project you can see below us here, which is currently under construction. So welcome. Let's have a close look and give you some history. Okay, Ankara Esenboga International Airport. It's the airport of Ankara, the capital city of Turkey. It's been operating since 1955. In 2017, the airport served more than 15 million passengers in total, 13 million of which were domestic passengers. The airport is ranked 4th in terms of total passenger traffic and 3rd in terms of domestic traffic among all of the airports in Turkey. The airport is located 17 miles or 28 kilometers northeast of the city centre of Ankara. Transportation is via bus or taxi. The road between the airport and Ankara Ring Road was expanded during the summer of 2006, decreasing the driving time between the city centre and the airport by several minutes. The airport is named after the village of Esenboga, the name literally meaning wind-flowing bull or serene bull, the modernised form of Esenboga, the Turkish warlord in the army of Timur, has settled his troops here during the Battle of Ankara in 1402. In 2020, Esenboga Airport was awarded the Best European Airport with a capacity of 15 to 25 million passengers by the Airports Council International. Terminals. Esenboga Airport Domestic and International Terminal was completed within record time, a year earlier than committed completion date. The terminal went into operation on the 16th of October 2006 with a capacity of 10 million passengers. A new general aviation terminal, which was built with a capacity of over 5,000 square feet, which is a little more than 465 square meters, opened in January 2012 to service both business and private jets. The terminals features a 1.8 million square foot to 168,000 square meters area with a 10 million passenger per year capacity. Got 18 passenger bridges, 105 check-in counters, 34 passport counters, a parking facility with 1.3 million square feet and a parking area and 4,000 vehicle capacity. Beautiful work here on the airport. as you can see, and we'll go into this a lot later. So the airport lies at an elevation of 3,127 feet or 953 metres and has two parallel runways. Runway 03 right 21 left, which is the right hand side runway here, is the longest at 12,310 feet or 3,752 metres and is made from asphalt. Runway 03 left 21 right is the shorter runway at 11,125 feet or 3,391 metres, also made from asphalt. Runways 21 left and or runways 21 right are the preferred operational runways for landings and takeoffs when the wind is below 10 knots in dry conditions or below 5 knots in wet conditions. So basically your landings and takeoffs will be from here, assuming normal operations. Runway 21 left and 21 right are both equipped with high intensity runway lighting system version 2 and precision approach path indicators, and are also ILS equipped. Runway 03 right and left, which we're looking at here, are also equipped with high intensity runway lighting system version 2 and precision approach path indicators, and runway 03 left is category 2 low visibility approach certified with VOR and NDB approaches. 03 right is again equipped with the same lighting system and precision approach path indicators. It's also ILS equipped and certified for category 3 low visibility landings and also has VOR and NDB approach options. The new third parallel runway is under construction to the east of the terminal building. Upon completion, that current runway 03 right 21 left, that's this one, will be redesignated as 0321 Centre, and the new runway will receive the latter's former designation. So there's a new runway under construction there. So there's some history for you and a few facts and figures about the airport. It's a huge place, both in real life and also you can probably see from what we've just seen so far. There's quite a lot to the scenery. They've done quite a bit to it. So let's get down to the thing properly and have a close look. We're going to start with the northeastern end of the airport up here, apron 1. Have a look at these nice buildings here. I should mention that I've looked inside most of the buildings. Very little, or in fact practically nothing's been done inside, except possibly the airside part of the main passenger terminal. However, what has been done really makes up for it. So let's get down and dirty on the ground and have a close-up look. So here we are at the southern end of apron 1, and I will try and bring up a ground map for you just to have a little look. Couple of buildings, nothing fancy, but again you can see the sharpness of everything. They've done a nice little job here, lovely job, right down to the rubbish bin right outside the operations centre there, as you can see. Okay, some of the buildings there quite flat, and you can see the air conditioning unit is a picture rather than a sort of a 3D image, but that's fine. Car's okay, it's not the greatest model, but it's okay. But again, looking across the ramp here, pretty realistic, looks really quite nice. So looking at the cargo facility there, the building, as you can see, vehicles are fairly basic, but they're okay, they're acceptable. I've seen a lot worse. Having said that, the tanker there is a lot better, much better modelled. Quite impressed with that. And again there, some nice modelling with the buildings and the vehicles. Again, buildings are nice and crisp and sharp, signage is good, the light stanchions are excellent. Very nice and crisp, sharp, clean textures here that have been done very nicely. As are the roof. Everything's weathered, looks really good. So we take a little trip across the ramp here. As you can see, the buildings are really nice and sharp, the ground markings are sharp too, vehicles and clutter all over the place. Very nice indeed. This is a VIP building, as you can see, nicely modelled, all pretty basic, but it's there and it's accurate. And while we're here, you can see a nice good look at the fence line there, how sharp that is, and the road modelling is good. And even the bottoms of the light stanchions are weathered here where the bolts are, which is nice. And you can see reflections on the glass there. All very, very positive. So we just down across the apron here, moving up through apron 2 to apron 1. As you can see, the quality of the ground markings and the bits and pieces, ambience of the airport looks really nice. Here's another thing that we'll have a look at that I really also like, are these water bombers. Typical Turkish water bombers. So there you go, 2 Turkish water bombers for the fire division. Very, very nice models. Very, very nice indeed. Just a little close-up look at one. Very pleased with it, looks really nice. So in front of us there in the distance where that yellow aircraft is, that's apron 3. As you can see, nicely modelled, plenty of parking space. Looks really good. So let's go towards the main terminal area. As you can see, we're passing over the various buildings here that they've done. No modelling inside, I have to say, but everything looks good. Particularly the ground and road markings look wonderful. We're going towards the control tower and landside of these buildings. You can see buses, really good quality. The roads again are nicely marked. The foliage and the trees are really good. There's nothing covering the roads. Control tower, as you can see, has not been modelled inside, but it looks really nice. And here you get an idea what the roads are like. So tracking towards the central area now. Again, I just want to show you some of these buildings so you can see that the work that they've done to make these look the way they are. They do look really nice. Look at those trees. Beautiful. It's part of the fuel farm there. Lovely modelling on that little spire there. There's the VOR station to the right side there, and again look at the modelling, the wall, everything is crisp and clear, textured really, really nicely. Just swing back the other way. As you can see, the ambience of the place is really, really nice. I like the way it's been done. Can't wait to see this at the dusk hours. I've got a feeling if this is anything to go by, the night lighting should look really good. So let's look airside of the main terminal and the ramp and have a look and see what we've got. I'm just going to stop here for a moment because I just want you to look at the detail here. The ground detail is excellent, it's very sharp, a little bit of weathering, but there's enough to make me want to see this as nice as it is. Good modelling on the vehicle there. Outside of the building is nicely textured and a little bit weathered. Love the shadowing here. Ground unit there. And again, the stand itself has got the cables, got the doorway, the rotating bit, and the stairwell that goes down to the ramp. They've even got the fire extinguisher thing down there. So some very nice modelling. There's a waste bin right behind there, look too. And they've even got a nice fire cabinet there. So this really looks very nice. So let's just swing across the ramp. Again, the attention to detail here is excellent. Not sure if those guidance systems work, something I might have to test out with a flight down here soon. But as you can see, lots of detail on the ramp, close to the stands, vehicles, stairwells, baggage dollies. Nicely done. Really quite impressed with this. It's as good as any other scenery I've looked at. Very nice. Sorry, Mr. Boeing. So let's just go into the terminal, airside. Nice vehicles down there. And I'll show you what we've discovered so far. So as you can see, a little bit of modelling, nothing fancy, nothing to write home about. It's not really as sharp as I'd like it. It would have been really nice if you're going to do a little any of the internal modelling. I think really it has to be sharp and decent. They've done it. This is probably my only little nitpick really that I can see straight off. Obviously you've got blurring here all over the place, which is a pity since they've attempted to do the inside airside bit here, and it's almost like, well, why bother if this isn't going to be decent? You know, you've done half a job. But that's, you know, that's my only real nitpick. Looking out through the glass, not a problem, very nice. Again, you look at these chairs, half of it's missing when you go a certain way, and there's nothing to stand on there. That I find really quite strange. And again, if I go down to the lower side, again, there really isn't much that's been done at all. But from the outside, it looks great. The vehicles are nice, the windows reflections are good, and again, just to swing back there looking across the road towards some of the stands, 787 sitting there. The roads are sharp, signage on the side of the jetways is good, reflections on the windows. It's lovely, no complaints at all. Just the only real complaint is that they've attempted to do the airside lounges and really not done much of a job at all. Having said that, you look down here onto the terminal itself and the detail is excellent. The roads there, road markings are crisp and clear. The jetway ramp locations there are probably some of the nicest I've seen. They're really sharp and very well done. Terminal outside is very accurate, just like the real thing, according to my research. Very, very nice indeed. And looking the other way, you've got shed loads of stands here, loads of space. So let's just travel down the ramp as we did before, but in a slightly different way. Here you can see the parking spaces and the stands. Lots of different jetways. I need to test them to check that they're working. But the ramp area looks great. Looks really, really nice. And you can see the quality of the buildings as well. There's that the place that looks like a church over there. It's really nice. Just coming up a bit and we'll go past. Have a look. This I think is reserved for very, very special VIPs. Let me just have a look at my map here. So this is a beautifully built structure, and I get the feeling this is like for presidential arrivals. This is a bit more than just a VIP suite. We'll have a look inside. Okay, again, no internal work has been done. That's the same building from landside. By the indication of these flagpoles here, as I said, I suspect this is probably like a presidential building or for very, very special VIPs that arrive here. Okay, so let's now have a look at some of the landside detail coming in towards the airport here. Nice airport sign there, entranceway. Again, look at the roads, barriers there on the left look really good. Detail looks very, very nice. So we'll go over this way and then come round to the back here and have a look at this. Very nice indeed. I really like to see excellent clear road markings. Lovely signs there. We'll go down below first. So here's the entrance on the lower landside level. There's some domestic arrivals at one end here. Okay, quite nicely modelled here, but again they've not continued the road working here. There's no sort of road markings on the roads here, which might have been nice, but no problem at all. So I think this is the international arrivals part. No, we've still got domestic. Somewhere there must be separation for the two, not entirely sure. Again, looks really nice, good signage there. As you can see here, the road's going out of the lower level. Detail is really good, no problem at all. So there's the road going up to the upper level. Signage is quite good. The road signs seem to be a lot more clear, which is good. So here you can see the bus park below. There's the barrier there to the right. And now we'll go to the upper level. Domestic departures. Nice, just a few cars parked, which really helps to sort of set the scene. Some of the sceneries I've looked at, I've just have nothing parked on the roads outside the terminals. It looks really bland. But as you can see, it's been very nicely done. Very nice, no problem at all with this. And there's the multi-storey car park to the right. Very nicely done. More barriers and signs. Lots of work done there, and signs above the road as well. Lots of effort has gone into many areas here, even though the inside of the terminal has been done. Very pleasant, very nicely done. So there you go, there's a good look at the airport on the passenger eastern side. We'll have a look at the other side over here in a minute. But what I want to do now is just lower the lighting to dusk and have a look and see what the lighting looks like when we lower the time. So let's drop the lighting down and see how it looks. Okay, here we are, it's 6 PM local time, and as you can see the sun is well dipped down and the lighting started to come on. At first glance that looks really pleasant, very quaint lighting. The ramp area on the left side there is well lit where it needs to be. Lots of green centerline taxiway lighting to help you get around. Plenty of blue edge lights so you know where the ramp and the taxiways end. And the ramp lighting around the stands is more than adequate by the looks of it. Very impressive. And lots of little subtle lighting here and there, for example on the road sign going into the airport. And again you've got stanchions which actually show the light source, and that's quite impressive. Even here's the stanchion with the light that shows where the light is coming from, so that's been nicely done. This VIP building looks really good. I love this little church-like building that sits here. And again the terminals come to life a little bit. We'll have a look at what it looks like from airside. I suspect it might look a lot better in terms of the interior as seen from outside now that the light is down a bit. And as you can see here, signage outside the airport has also been lit, which is a good thing. So here's the VIP building, big VIP building we looked at earlier from landside. Again, beautifully lit, windows look really nice, impressive. I love this little building, very very nice indeed. And again you can see, okay, we still have the typical Esenboga blobs lighting up everywhere, but here you've got light and a light source, light and a light source, as it should be. So let's go and have a close look at the terminal from landside first. Very pleasant here. Let's just go up a bit. Okay, that looks decent. And you've got the upper part of the car park that's lit there as well. The metalwork looks really good, to be honest. Okay, again you can see plenty of the older Esenboga globes all over the place, which is a pity, but further away it doesn't look quite as bad. Just coming away from the building this side. Very nice. Okay, just coming up from apron 1 through apron 2 past the VIP suite that we looked at earlier. Here's a good example of the taxiway lighting. Is very nice and crisp. This is some of the best green lighting I've seen. Got a little bit of lighting here where the 2 water bombers are. And some of the vehicles' heads and tail lights are lit, of course. So heading towards the central area here, going past the control tower, just looking at the lighting generally here in the various areas of the airport. Very nice. We've got the green and white rotating beacon on the top there. This building is nicely lit, that's quite a nice job. We're going towards the main terminal area here. Again, lighting's nice, quite subtle, it's not been overdone. Taxiway lighting's quite pleasant. And again you can see here the lighting on the ramp and the lighting in front of the parking stands. Very impressive, no problem with that at all. Okay, just a quick close look at the windows from outside to look at where the internal work has been done in the airside part of the terminal. Okay, that looks a little better. You can see because the inside is lit and from the outside the illusion is there, including the lower part too, which is quite pleasant. It's quite nice. And again, looking down the airside road here, a nice clean crisp textures, good glass effects here, and again you can see inside the airside bit that's developed, and that looks to be enough when you look from here. So as you can see, if we go inside, the lighting is good inside, the room is lit as indeed it should be with the overhead lights. But unfortunately the whole thing really is let down by the blurry texturing work here. Would have been nice if this was a lot sharper. To a great extent I can forgive them because there's lots of other work been done around the airport that makes this so much worth the price and what they've done. I just sometimes get a little bit disheartened when I see that last 10% that's not been finished off. However, a nice view out of the glass there. The illusion is as it should be. Very, very nice. So out on the airfield here, just looking at some of the signage here. Nice, clear, crisp signage, which is good. Here you've got the entrance to runway 03 right, which is a Cat 2, Cat 3 certified runway. And the signage is quite nice. So here you can see the actual entrance to runway 03 right, which is the Cat 2 runway, and we've got wigwags, which is very nice. Right, so here we are sitting between runway 03 left and right. They have the precision approach path indicators as per the charts, and runway 03 right has the high intensity runway lighting system version 2, which has the strobes. Now, according to the chart, 03 left here should also have the same, but it hasn't. It's got the version 1. If I move along to the runway itself proper, as you can see, no flashing strobes, although it does have the intensity lighting system, but this is version 1. The other thing that's been included on these two runways: touchdown zone markings and the runway end identifier lighting. Again, not on the charts, but they've included it. But I'm not making any aspersions about that, because every little helps when you're coming in at night or in the darkness to a major airport like this. So as you can see, touchdown zone markers here on there, and the runway end identifier lighting. So here we are at the other end, runway 21 left and right. And again, instead of the high intensity runway lighting system version 2 with the strobes, we have version 1 where we don't have the strobes, but we've got the lighting. We've got the pappies there, and again, in addition to what the chart says, we also have touchdown zone lighting here and runway end identifier lighting, as well as all the others. Again, no complaints. Every little bit helps when you're trying to make a landing at a major international airport. So while we're here, let's look at the western side of the airport, away from the main terminal area. Here we're looking at the GA apron. There's an engine run-up test area, and you've also got apron 6 and 7, which go all the way down, and we can have a look at this. Very nice. Some good lighting here. As you see, a couple of GA planes there, and again you get the illusion there of being inside the hangar. Buildings are fairly basic, as it were, but the lighting makes them look a little bit more realistic, which is very nice. And again, we've got good lighting. Very nicely done here. And here we continue down the towards apron 6 and 7. Lots of good detail. I just want to have a look at the buildings that are landside of the apron there, because they've done some work here too. That's really nice. There's a radar dome over there. And here we are, just looking landside of those buildings. On the western side you can see the moon there. That's a really nice shot. Okay, looking towards the southeast there, you can see the central terminal area, the runways, taxiways, lots of good lighting. Let's have a quick look in the darkness of night time. Okay, so here we are, 10 past 10 at night. The stars looks great, and you can see actually there's quite a glow from the city and the surrounding lighting area that makes this look the way it does. So it's not entirely the blackness of light that you would expect to see in places like Malaysia, where the nights are really night. Here you can see not a lot of change in the lighting, but enough so that everything you can see, you shouldn't have any problems at all takeoff and landing during the day, during the dusk or the night hours. Looks very pleasant indeed. So a quick look at dawn, see what the lighting looks like at dawn. Okay, there you go, just before 8 AM the light is beginning to come up quite nicely. Still got a lot of airport lighting available there, which is good. And notice the texturing here, which has been done. Just the whole place looks really very nicely impressive. This is a lovely airport. So let's bring the time up a little bit more. So there you go, 10 minutes to 9 in the morning, and as you can see the sun is really coming up now. still have a little bit of lighting left on the runways and taxiways there, but the whole thing looks really great. The ambience of the place looks lovely. Mountains out there. There's the radar dome we looked at a moment ago in the darkness. And looking towards the north. And looking towards the south there. Okay folks, so there you are. It's Ankara Esenboga International Airport in Turkey, Lima Tango Alpha Charlie. Final thoughts. Do I like this scenery? Yes, I do. Just a quick disclaimer, I bought this from Supermarket. It wasn't given me free to review. I paid for it and I will use it. I fly in Turkey fairly regularly for Pegasus Virtual Airlines, so I will be using this airport. The things I like about it, it's a massive project, because for a massive airport they've done quite a lot of work. The signage on the ground, taxiways, lighting, runways is all excellent, of a good order, especially in the low light conditions. The night lighting is subtle, very nicely done. You can't unfortunately get rid of the Esenboga globes all over the place, and the only other thing I don't really like very much is things like this where vehicles are going out on a live runway. However, the rest of it here, the foliage particularly, is very nicely done. It's all, I'm not sure if it's hand placed, it certainly looks like it, but it's beautifully done. All of the buildings are as they should be. From my research I can find that they seem to be excellent and in the right place. I particularly like these little things. The church is here, there's another one over here somewhere. And they've included the runway, the third one, that's under construction, which is good. And there's some work done slightly to the outlying areas of the airport. So it's a fairly big project. The downsides, okay, they've attempted to do the airside lounges in the main terminal, which is great, but if you're going to do it properly. There's not a lot. It's just a little bit of room with a couple of seats and some signs in there. Best thing about it is the glass, being able to look out through the windows, particularly at night. The worst thing about it is just the blurriness of the signs. Like I said, if you're going to attempt to do it reasonably well. Unfortunately, I haven't done that very well. The instrument approach aids on the runways, everything as it should be. In fact, you've got a couple of extras. As I've said, you've got end identifier lighting. A couple of these runways are category 2 and at least one of them is category 3 equipped, so really good when it gets cold and snowy down here. But yes, €14.40 is a good price for this airport, and as I said before, it's on sale at just over €10 until the end of January. If you own a previous version for FSX or P3D, wait until after January and you can buy it at €9.04. Because you get the discount being a previous customer, which I think is excellent. So, Ankara Esenboga International Airport in Turkey by Scenery TR. A really well done piece of work in my opinion. Download is 806 meg and it installs directly into your community folder at 1.62 gigabytes. Price, as I said, €14.40, currently on sale at €10.80 until the end of March, the end of January, I say. Price equates to €16.44 or $16.44 or £12.02 UK. And as I said, if you wait until February, then if you own a previous version of the Scenery, you get an even better discount, which is great. Yep, I like this. It's good. I will use it, and look out for a video where I do a flight in here at some point. So this is Lee. Thank you for staying with me with this fairly long review, but there's a lot to see here, like there are in some of the really better airports. Scenery TR is a good developer, have no qualms about having their products, and this is another good product by them. So saying, this is Lee, a virtual airline pilot, saying thank you very much for joining me in this review. I hope it's been useful, if you learned anything for it. If there's anything that I've said that's incorrect, then please let me know in the comments. The research is fairly limited, most of it's been on Wikipedia and looking at the Navigraph charts. But I like it, I like where it is, another nice location and challenging landings. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for joining me. All the best, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye for now.